This is significant news, in my opinion. I thought Porzingis was going to be the key to the series. For example, had he not played at all, I think the Mavericks would have won the series, actually. I would have bet them in a longer series to win the whole thing. They're down 2-0. The guy's been pretty massive in terms of his overall impact. Game 1, obviously, he was outstanding. I don't think he plays tonight. And now this point spread for the game has been sitting at Dallas minus 2.5 for quite some time. I did see it touch 3 at some spots yesterday on the program a day ago. I tried to convince you on Mavericks first quarter, first half. You weren't there. Have you gotten there yet?
No, I don't. The internet doctor's all over in terms of is he going to play or will he even be back for the series? So with the tendon injury, it's significant. Horford has not done well when he gets into the 30-minute range. Porzingis was so good in the first 2 games, you're right. Dallas hadn't faced the stretch 5 other than Chet Holmgren. So the issues that he presents. So it's we'll find out if we're going to have a series. And with Dallas series season on the line, all the angles there, 0-2, first half, everything you want, first quarter. But I don't know. I don't know if he's going to play. But certainly if they don't have him and he's less than 60, 70%, whatever it's going to be, it could swing the series. But let's start here. Also, Dallas has to make some shots, and this can't continue. Shoemaker wrote about this on VSiN.com that they're getting wide open looks and how bad they've been from 3, and guys not named Luka, how bad they've been from 3. So you would think that would swing and change now.
Pretty sure it will.
With home, because the others always play well at home, so that has to change. This can't continue.
This is a very good note. The VSiN newsletter, wake up, right in your inbox every day about 6 o'clock Eastern time. Bill Adie has this in there, and it's from Jonathan Von Tobel, on the impact overall of Porzingis and his ability to space the floor and how big of a role it's played for the Celtics so far in the series. His presence along the perimeter has forced the Mavericks bigs, right? That was such a big storyline against Minnesota and against Oklahoma City, those players. But their centers now are guarding along the three-point line, and that has opened up the paint for Boston. In 2 games so far, they are 34 of 41 at the rim. That is, 83%. You're not going to be able to beat a team that's hitting at that clip very often at the rim.
Yeah. Well, here's why I'm hesitant, because Boston just came off a lousy game. Are they going to play another bad game? Is Tatum going to play like that again? Everything went wrong for them, and they still won game 2 when they were 26% from 3. Tatum was 6 of 22, and they were beat on the boards. So they're also undefeated on the road this year in the playoffs. They're 22-7 straight up on the road the last 3 years in the playoffs. 3 of their first 3 playoff games were all blowouts. They continue to go right past Luka, and he's been playing matador defense. And as we mentioned yesterday, when Kyrie is the primary defender, Boston's 11 of 16 for 27 points as well. So it's still, Tatum's going to play better. They're going to play better. And they're just a better road team the last 3 years as well. And you're talking about a team with the number 1 offense in NBA history and a number 2 defense. So, they're 78-20 for a reason.
Well, I could tag on that by also saying the Mavericks did not play well, and they could have won the game easily.
Well, they should have won game 2, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Who played well in the game outside of Luka?
The other thing you mentioned, no doubt, but you mentioned what's going on with Porzingis. How about what's going on with Luka? Now, he had the triple-double, but he had to have the injection, and he has to get shot up before the game, and he's playing with a lot of issues, too. So can he keep this up? Well, he was okay in game 1. The assists weren't there. He didn't get any help. He was Superman in game 2, but there's a lot of pressure on this guy to go out and deliver. And I don't know because Lively has 4 points in the series.
I know.
He was 16 of 16 against the Wolves. Jones hasn't played well. Washington, okay at times. Kyrie's been atrocious.
Here's the guy that we need to see tonight. Can we get a little Tim Hardaway action?
They won't play him.
Why?
I doubt it. Wait, who, you Wilbon? He scored 2 points. It's the middle of May. Are you saying?
Yeah, but he doesn't play.
Yeah.
Well, what's going right now where you wouldn't try somebody like him?
Yeah. At least get him some run out there, walk into some threes.
Yes. There's no reason why you can't.
Yeah. Well, not even under consideration. 2 points since the middle of May. Yeah,
I know.
Absolutely. Yeah, doesn't even play. Got a DNP last game.
Now, this needs to be reinforced yet again. As always, if you don't know, if you're new to this, you have to shop around. You have to have multiple outs. For example, if you want to bet the Mavericks first quarter, first half tonight, several books are offering -1.5 with various juice in the first quarter. Otherwise, you could actually just lay a half a point. The juice is going to be $1.35 in that neighborhood. If you want to lay a half a point compared to 1 point overall, and for the first half, you can get as low as -1.5, -118 at some spots, -120 in that neighborhood. It's -2 at DraftKings, -2.5 at the Westgate and at Caesars. So that is a, again, every half a point, every point matters. Some people might laugh at that and say, no, it does, trust me, because you don't want to lay 2.5 points in this game, or even 2 with the Mavericks in the first half. Have the Celtics hit a 45-footer at halftime, and all of a sudden it's 48-46, and bam, you're a loser, or you push when 1.5 is out there.
Yeah. These are ugly numbers. I mean, but this, Kyrie, 0 of 8 from 3, 13 of 37 in the series. Dallas, 5 of 32 from 3, not named Luka. Mavs starters, other than Luka, 8% on wide-open threes.
Yep.
That's impossible.
I know.
You're professional, 8%. I disagree with Scott Tribuco, and I also will disagree for the first time with Bob Ryan. Bob Ryan tweeted, for the record, Larry Bird was 11 of 38 for 9 points per game in games 3, 4, 5 of the 1981 finals. No one complained because he also had 13 rebounds and 8 assists per. Lay off Tatum, please. No, we're 7, 8 years in. That was Bird's second year. Tatum can't keep doing this. Tatum has to step up, have a big game.
He's right, though. His other numbers have been awesome.
Yeah, but I need more. I can't have 6 of 22. And here's what Tribuco said while you were out. He said all the pressure's on Mazzulla, not Brown and Tatum, and also pointing to the contract. If they blow this series, they're not going to fire Mazzulla. It's all about, my God, Tatum can't get this done, and Brown can't get this done.
Well, what are they going to do? Trade one of those guys? That will never, ever happen.
Yeah, but it's going to be nonstop about all over these guys about if you can't do it this year, when are you going to win a title?
Are you sure they can't fire Mazzulla? Are you positive?
You think they would? Oh, I don't think that's on the table.
If they blow this series and they lose 4 out of the next 5, oh, that's absolutely on the table.
Wow. Okay, I disagree. But
I'm not
a Mazzulla fan, though. I'm just saying if you can't win the title here with all the injuries and you're up 2-0 and you made the conference finals 6 of the last 8 years and you have 0 rings to show for it, that's an epic failure disaster.
Well, there's no question about that, right? But you're not going to trade Tatum. You're not going to trade Brown. I don't care. Their contracts are insane, but you're not going to trade either one of those guys.
Yeah, but are you ever going to? You play for championships. It's Boston. You're hanging banners. Well, you only have 1 title since '86. If you can't win it this year, and their legacy, and also are you ever going to get it done? I don't think the national media is going to be saying, "Oh my God, the Celtics lost. Mazzulla's got to go." I think it's more on, is Tatum ever going to be able to do this?
Yeah,
They're all over.
You're being too harsh on the guy, on Tatum. His other numbers have been fantastic. He found a way to get... Paul, here's the thing, and we agree on this. Jason Tatum cannot take any more of these stupid 27-foot step backs. He's not good at it.
Yeah.
That's his biggest problem. And off shooting night, I mean, that's been who he is in the playoffs or in big games now his entire career. He just doesn't shoot the ball well. But he also thinks that he's Steph Curry. And it has never made any sense. How is that an effective or an efficient shot?
Yeah.
I don't even know how the Celtics organization still allow it to happen. That's the single biggest thing. And when he goes hero ball and it decides to take these dumb, inexplicable, deep shots contested rather than like using his force, his ability, his talent to get closer to the rim. That's the biggest issue.
Yeah.
And you cannot deny that.
They're also fortunate they have Holiday, because Holiday's been a star in this series, and as we touched on yesterday, 38 points, no turnovers, and his MVP number has crashed. 120-1 before Game 2, now 7-1. Dallas yet to crack 100 in the series. Stop turning the ball over, see if you can make some open shots. But because we could have a 4 or a 5 game series, and you can't count out Dallas, especially if Porzingis is out. But these props, a lot of stuff is live here. I mean, because you have a team in Boston that's averaging 39 threes attempts per game in the playoffs. This is wild to think that White or someone else can cash this not only from a Game 3 standpoint at DraftKings, but also for the series. When you're going to take that many threes, and you have a guy who takes that many threes in White, and you see the prices that are out there, and you still see he's, 5 rebounds behind Tatum, and what the prices are there. All these props are still wide open.
No, how about that tonight? I was looking around at some books last night for the first 3-pointer made of the game. I think Circa posted, I haven't checked this morning, but last night Circa had plus 775 on Derek White.
I bet him in game 2, I think. Yeah, I bet him.
For the first 3?
Or game 1 or game 2, whatever it was. Yeah, Jones cashed 16-1, and that's...
Jones is a big number again tonight. Makes sense. Washington's a big number tonight. I think you can get behind him as well.
Sure, but what if the Celtics win? Maybe it's Dallas packs it in game 4. It could be a blowout. The guys don't play. The kid waves the white flag. All this stuff's in play here.
Well, we were on the wrong guard as of this point, going back a good month. We were on Derek White and said that he was the guy. He was having such a good start to the playoffs, and we thought they could come out of the East.
He was good in game 2. I mean, he's
been fine. But Drew Holiday's now the guy with all the steam here.
That's right. But there's a lot of stuff here. Tatum double in every game. Brown to outscore Kyrie in every game was 9-1. You're halfway home.
Yeah.
Luka leading scorer in every game, 18-1. You're halfway home. Luka a double every game was 5-1.
I know people who bet that.
Yeah. Luka makes 4 threes in every game, 7-1. Luka leading scorer in every game, 18-1. Brown outscores Kyrie in every game, 9-1. Tatum double every game, 8-1.
Oh boy, that's a good one.
All right, so it's 2 games in, but so far so good. You got a shot here, especially if it's a sweep.
So here are the overall numbers. NBA teams down 2-0 at home since 2005. In the first half, they are 91-47-1 ATS. For the full game, they are 66-70-3 ATS. That's part of the reason why you've seen this adjustment now in recent years by sportsbooks. You're getting no break, have not gotten a break on this. That's why the first half number is basically the same as the full game number tonight. Now, that's from Evan Abrams. When you break this down, he's at Action Network. When you break this down even more. So when home teams are down 0-2 in game 3, but if you go past round 1, it gets even stronger. It's 39-16-2 ATS, 34% ROI. And another strong one, Game 3 home teams off a loss of 5 or more are 115-67-7 ATS. That is 63.2%. And if you go beyond the conference finals, it's 20-7 ATS with a 20.4% ROI.
Yeah. Strong numbers, season on the line, all of it. But again, kid's right. If they continue to turn the ball over and they're missing these open looks and the others don't play well, they're probably going to get embarrassed, not just lose. They'll get embarrassed because I expect Boston to play a better game. And as far as just running to the window or going to the app and betting it, it's you also have to consider this could be an all-time team with Boston, considering what their numbers are in net rating, offense, defense. You mentioned it all year, the blowouts, how well they've done, and you're 78-20 and you're 6-0 on the road as well. So yet to lose a road game. And your all-superstar is also compromised. So I don't know what's going to happen with Porzingis, but I know Luka's playing through a ton of stuff. But anything's possible in these next two games.
Well, to answer your question about the historical stuff, the numbers won't lie. Their power rating is right there with Golden State. And the power rating is, don't scoff, it's right there with the Bulls, with Michael Jordan. I don't really, this is probably the bettors out there would be like, you can't say this, Mitch, I'm going to anyway. I would not like the Celtics' chances against either one of those teams. I think they would get punished.
Yeah.
I think that's where Jason Tatum would have a major problem. Because
especially 2017 Golden State.
Draymond Green would make him cry.
Yeah.
And Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman would make him cry and make him play in tears.
Probably.
So some of the overall series props, and this is, okay, so Luka is minus 2,000 to lead the series in points. He has 62. Will anybody catch him? He's injured again.
It'd have to be an injury. Number one, he has too big of a lead. Number two, he's going to get so many shots. And a bad game for him is, 24 points?
Probably.
I can't even... Right. He had 30 points in game one. And they pulled him with 5 minutes left.
Yeah, so think about that. He has 62. Tatum and Brown are 15-1 each. Tatum has 34. Brown has 43. They're 20 points plus behind him. Brown 19, but Tatum... Kyrie is 90-1. He has 28 points. The threes leader market, like you talked about. Luka is minus 650. He has 8. Derek White is 4-1. He has 7. He's going to get his shots.
Yep, and a lot of them from 3. I like White not only tonight, but also for the series. And you also could see some wonky stuff again. Just this is a team that averages 39 attempts a game.
That's right.
So if you're going to take that many, you're going to have an outlier or a scenario where someone can hit 7 or 8 in a game. And White takes so many. So I know Luka takes a lot, but if Luka's going to have a 3 for 11 or a 2 for 10, which is certainly possible, and Boston's done a great job especially on Kyrie, but how well Holiday's played defensively in this series. That opens it up. Maybe even a Brown or someone like that could go off. But for him to be, it's minus 650 and he only has a one lead, up one on him, I think that's outrageous.
I know. Tatum's 25-1. He has 4. I don't want him. He's just not a good 3-point shooter. Holiday is 50-1. He has 4. I don't know. Maybe, I think you're right. I think maybe you go a little bit further down the board than that. You look at a Jaylen Brown and you look at some... I don't know. Can Kyrie have a game where he has 5 or 6 threes? Can P.J. Washington hit 5 threes tonight?
Washington could, yes.
Yeah, and get back into this thing.
Yeah, he was so good against OKC.
If you're going to look, I'd look at Derek White 4-1, and I'd go beyond like a P.J. at 1,000-1, or that's MVP. Sorry, but most threes in that neighborhood. Yeah, put some pizza money on something like that. The rebounds leader.
Now I bet this before the series.
Who'd you take?
I took Tatum minus 150. So now Luka is the favorite, but Luka's only up 1.
I think you got to bet Tatum again.
Yeah.
At plus 105.
Yeah.
But also think about this. Luka has 21 rebounds. Tatum 20. Holiday has 19. Drew Holiday, he's got 19. He's 20. I bet him 40-1. He's down to 25-1 today.
Look at that. 2 back, and that's the price.
Can he have? He had 11 the other night. Can he have another game? Can he just remain in the mix by giving us another 7-8 rebound game?
Absolutely, he can.
Because he can't. If he has like 4 tonight, the bet's dead.
Yep. Especially if it continues to be a bricklayer convention in Dallas.
And P.J. Washington is 50-1. He has 15 rebounds so far.
Yep. Now this one, really, this is awesome. Hold on to your hats. Assists leader in the series. Remember, Luka was $7 before the series started. He's minus $2, and he trails Tatum by 5.
Yeah.
I mean, this is. Hey, if I'm him, I'm looking around like, who do I trust? Like if they come out tonight and the others are missing shots again, I'm just like, to hell with it. I'm going down. I'm going down with the ship.
Right.
I'm shooting 30 times. I don't trust these other guys.
Well, this is going to come down to how the Celtics have defended Luka and the rest of that team, right? If they're not going to allow the other players, if they're basically saying Luka and Kyrie can beat us, that's fine. Nobody else will. It's worked out so far. Hence, the assists have not been there. And by the way, to tie into our conversation on Jason Tatum in the first segment, let's say that something clicked in his head where he's like, okay, the shot's not falling again tonight. I can operate as the true facilitator here. Yeah. He's plus 180 and he has a 5-assist lead. Now, again, Luka could come out tonight maybe and have like 13 assists, and you're like, oh, that was dumb. But what, Tatum can't have 6, 7, 8, 9 again tonight to stay in the mix? I think yes, he can.
Mm-hmm.
I think plus 180 is a damn good bet.
Absolutely. Is there a scenario for Holiday? He could do that too. Be the facilitator and have a big game with assist. You also could have season on the line, must win, all of that, and Dallas blows them out. And maybe Kidd is sitting the starters again, and maybe it's Mazzulla who decides to keep guys in from the Boston standpoint. Maybe that's in play. Who knows? But that's all these are live because you're looking at the possibility of a 4 or 5 game series.
Yeah, they also have DraftKings now. They've expanded the menu and offered even more bets. But they have the first quarter markets. For example, who is going to lead the game in first quarter points scored tonight? So far in the series, Luka has 20 points in the first quarter. Porzingis has 19. Well, I mean, forget about that. I don't think he's going to play in the game tonight. Kyrie has 12. Drew Holiday has 11. What if the Mavericks come out tonight and establish Kyrie early like they did in that one game against the Timberwolves? Which I could see happening. And I think Kyrie is not a bad bet to lead the game in scoring tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it really helps them that the game's now we're out of Boston.
100% it does.
The crowd messed with him and he challenged him and he couldn't handle it.
I think that he put everything mentally into those first 2 games. I don't think he probably got much sleep. I think he probably overthought about it the entire time. And it was a big deal.
Played right in his hands.
It did. It really did. Yep. And so I think he's going to be a lot more comfortable going back home tonight.
You would be surprised if Porzingis plays?
Yes, I would be. Yes. I've come around on Dallas first quarter, first half, and probably money line for the game. I think they win tonight.
He was walking fine.
I saw the video.
Yeah. And he said they were saying all the right things after game 2, and now it's like, who knows what? I don't know. This is bizarre with the tendon. Can't even pronounce the injury.
It's very difficult.
Happened. So this is, maybe they just say, we'll sit you for a game, and then you need the rest. I don't know. Because you also, if he plays, even if he's okay, then you got the short turnaround because game 4 is Friday.
That's right.
So he looks fine here walking. We're watching the video here, but that's...
I could be dead wrong on this, too. And he could go out there tonight and look like there's nothing wrong whatsoever. But as of right now, 12 and a half hours before tip, I'll be a little bit surprised if he doesn't play. Now, the betting market did move a little bit last night based on this. No, it wasn't drastic. It didn't go from like 1.5 to 6, but it moved a half a point or a point at some spots. The problem is like trying to really get there with the Mavericks others and the guys who are going to step up. I think Kyrie plays well. I think Luka's going to have a nice game. But then is it PJ? Can you trust Derek Jones? Kleber, he's unplayable.
Oh, he's been awful.
So bad to this point.
And he's still injured, and he's messing with his shot.
I think that's why I was...
he is unplayable.
I was calling for Hardaway in the first segment, and you looked at me like I had two heads. That's part of the reason why.
Yeah.
He doesn't... he won't shoot.
Washington cashed the ticket first 3 of Game 2.
You did,
which
okay.
was 10-1. So there's been some big payouts already to start. Jones 16 and Washington 10.